Hello and welcome to Steve's Media episode number 8. And what I have for you today is a bunch of eBay pickups, all from the one store. It's a store I've bought from regularly off eBay called Estocks, and they had a deal go. They've got a deal going at the moment where if you buy one DVD, you can get another for 50% off. It also works for CDs and Blu-rays and games. Basically, all media, buy one get one for 50% off. And the cheap deals with these stocks anyway. Some titles as low as £1.27, which is an absolute steal. But I have 5 titles here. 4 of them are on the buy one get one 50% offer. But the first title I'm going to show was just on its own. It was only £1.50, £1.48 to be exact. I've seen this, I've seen the name of the lead actor, I've seen the name of the producer of it, and thought to instantly pick it up, and that is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is the 1923 silent film done by Universal. I think it's a Universal film. It's definitely Colin who's behind the production of some of the classic Universal monster films from the 30s and 40s. And this one stars the legend that is Lon Chaney, the man known as the Man of 1,000 Faces, just because of the wide range of roles he took on, mostly horror. Of course, one of his more famous roles was the 1925 Phantom of the Opera, which I do already own, have shown off in a previous collection video. But this one predates that. This is from 2 years before that, and is considered one of his finest performances. I've never seen this film. I do know the story of Hunchback of Notre Dame, but that's mainly through the Disney animated version from the 90s. So I'm looking forward to seeing a more horror take on this story. And this is now the second oldest film that I have in my collection. The Nosferatu film from 1922 is still the oldest, but £1.48, come past that up. And the second title, as I move this round, these are all from the buy one get one 50% offer. And the first 2 titles are another 2 films to add to my collection from the Cayman Classic Horror collection. I do have a few of these titles. And these are more films that won't get a general release. But we talked about Lon Chaney Sr. with Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is a film with his son Lon Jr. And this is Indestructible Man. This is from 1956. So it's a good 10-15 years or so from Lon Chaney Jr.'s role as the Wolfman in the Universal Monsters in the Universal film. It's basically Lon Chaney Jr. plays a death row inmate who has been killed, and he's revived by a cancer researcher who basically revives the body of this inmate, and the inmate, now revived, he's super strong. He goes on a killing spree. Complete blind buy. I've never heard of this film, so I've never seen this film, but it looked interesting. Obviously, Lon Chaney Jr. sold it because I do love his performance as the Wolfman. So yeah, and the other Cayman Classics horror film, this is still factory sealed. There's The Brain That Wouldn't Die. This one's from 1959, and it's about a scientist whose mental state goes off the boil after his fiance is decapitated in a car crash, and basically keeps her alive in a jar by reviving her, and I'm guessing some sort of horror to it. Uh, these are all blind buys to me. I've never heard of a couple of these titles. They just look interesting from the titles and from the cover artwork. So yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. And the other two titles I picked up. First one is a 2-pack. There was one film in this 2-pack that was the reason I got this, and that is the title right there, Bucket of Blood. It's a horror comedy from the legendary Roger Corman. I do have a couple of Roger Corman films in my collection, so this is added to it. And as a bonus, you also get a slasher film from the 70s called Scream Bloody Murder, which is about a deranged young man who kills his father. He's put into a mental ward, and he basically goes off the rails. Once he's rehabbed, he finds out his mother's remarried. He goes off on a killing spree with a hook for a hand. So I think it's reading up on it. It was from 1973. Came out the same year as The Exorcist, which is widely considered one of the classics of horror. This one was under the radar. I like the premise of it, so I'm looking forward to checking both these out. These are both going to be on my horror list as well as everything else that I'm showing here. And the final title I'm going to show you is actually a documentary. Another title I've never heard of, and it's Famous Monster, which is a documentary about a sci-fi fan called Forrest J. Ackerman, widely considered one of the original horror geeks, and he founded the magazine Famous Monster, which ran until the early 80s. It was basically 90-minute. It's a 50-minute documentary all about him, how we got into horror films, John Noffer's collection, um, how we got the magazine started, and yeah, basically it's a documentary on his life where it features interviews with the likes of Roger Corman, Ray Harryhausen, John Landis, Joe Dante, and yeah, looks really interesting. Comes comes with commentary, blooper reel, deleted scenes, additional interviews. So yeah, and again, that was on buy one get one 50% off. So all in all, for them 5 titles, I paid less than £6, which is an absolute steal, considering at any one time any of them titles would have been £6 on their own, which would still be a good deal. So yeah, that's it for this collection update, one of the shortest ones I've done. My next video hopefully might be over this weekend. I am actually going out a couple of times over the weekend. Tomorrow I'm heading into town. I've got some little bits to do, so I might do a bit of cinema hunting there. If not, it'll be on Saturday. I'll be hitting up a local market to see if they've got any DVDs on. I went to one a couple of weeks ago when I was last off work and I didn't find any media. So hopefully this other market there'll be a few car boot sales. Hopefully I'll pick something up there. So until then, I'm Steve. This has been Steve's Media. Take care.